Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong, welcome to the back office. I'm sure you've all seen these. These are a Zippo style lighter, yeah? Basically they use some lighter fuel, which is a liquid base rather than the gas, and it's some sort of distillate of a petroleum type thing. I think it's called naphtha. Doesn't smell particularly bad. It's not like kerosene or something. It's just a light oil. Okay, this is a brand new lighter. It's not doing anything, and that's because you need to open it up and pop some fuel under this little cap here. There's a bit of a white cottony gauze sponge. So you see it there, dripping in, dripping in, dripping in, dripping in. I'm not really sure how much you're supposed to put in, but that might be enough. I'm going to add 1 drop to the wick just to get it going. There we go. Hooray! Don't even know if you can see that. The flame is so light. Yeah, you can hardly see the flame, but I can guarantee you there is a flame there. Right, anyway, what I want to talk to you today though is about this device, and this is based on the same technology. It's called a hand warmer, catalytic hand warmer, and I actually had a false start with this. You can see it's been charred here. And I'll show you exactly how this works. I'm just going to grab a regular lighter because we need to light that, and that Zippo type one, you know, I can see it's not quite clearly working yet, but let me get a gas one. Right, old reliable. Okay, so what you do with these, you pop the lid off, and inside there's a catalytic element. Now I've already had a go at this and kind of damaged it, but it works. It still works. It's some sort of fiberglass, something like that, and here, it's much like the Zippo lighter. It's a enclosure that's filled with a white cottony type material, and you can see it's a bit scorched here, but underneath there is where you add your fuel. And as opposed to the Zippo where you sort of take a lucky dip, they give you this handy measuring vessel. It has 2 lines on it, one for I think 4 hours and one for 6 hours, something like that. So I'm going to fill it to the 4 hours, or perhaps it makes more sense if it's a 3 hour. There we go. So with the catalytic converter off, I'm just pouring it in. Like so. Nice and full. I'm going to pop that lid back on. I think I ought to give it a wipe though, because I can feel it all over my fingers. Okay. Give that a wipe. Now the idea, and this is where I got it wrong in the past, is that you're not really supposed to light this material in the converter. You're supposed to heat it. You're supposed to heat it for apparently 20 seconds or so. So we'll start that process now. Okay. So you can see it doesn't really appear to be doing much. But the idea is you're starting to create a warmth there that's going to draw the vapours of the fuel up there. And when it's working, this material actually glows slightly red, and that means it's burning off a very fine vapour from the body of the unit here, and that. So you can hardly see it. It's really difficult. When you buy one, you expect it to be a huge flame. In fact, I'll show you what you expect, because you're imagining, this is what you shouldn't do, by the way, don't do this. You're imagining that it's going to be doing this, and you pop the lid on, and it's going to be, you know, really super hot in your pocket, but no, it's going to just have a very, very gentle red glow. You'll hardly see it, and that'll give it a very subtle warmth. So what you do, I'm just going to let this flame die down. Once it's reached that point, you just pop the lid on, and it will stay warm for, it does stay warm for hours. It's not like massively hot. They give you a bag because they say if it gets too hot, you know, put it in the bag, but frankly, it's, you know, the flame's gone out, but you can hardly see the redness here. If I even put my hand over the light, you know, it's almost impossible to see when it's on. it's the equivalent. It's not even as hot as having a cup of hot tea in your pocket, but it's nice. It's sort of a very gentle heat, continuously going. Pop that in there, and there you go. So that lasts hours and hours and hours. And I don't think it's as good as the old charcoal stick ones. If you've got cold hands like me, really, I don't know if it's going to do it for you. But you can buy them quite cheaply. I think a Zippo one is about 20 quid. A Chinese knockoff one is about £5. Frankly, the technology is so simple, I just go with the Chinese ones because they really can't get them wrong mechanically. They're all going to work exactly the same way. You can get replacement catalytic elements. They're good for about 70 uses. And the tin of fuel, I don't know, they're quite cheap, a couple of quid, last you ages. So if you've got a Zippo lighter, then you can use the same fuel for both. It's great. So yeah, get one, try it out. Leave me a message in the comments if I'm doing it wrong, and perhaps there's a way I can trick this into getting warmer. Really hard to tell it's even on. Thanks for watching.